I'm 5 and I go to Compass. I am Camden. I go to Crossroads School. I'm almost 4 and I'm 3.
And this is Carver, and he is 1 year old and loves snacks. And I'm Melissa, and I've been married to Kenny for 12 years, and I'm a stay-at-home mom.
So this is my family. I will take a moment and introduce you to me and the position and all those sorts of things in just a moment, but this is what's first in my life and the only thing that'll come ahead of serving at Crossroads, however long God leads us there. So what's God been doing to prepare me for a role like this? Well, I want to answer that both in the short term and the long term. Over the last 6 months or so, I've experienced a variety of emotions. Emotions like fear and anxiety, emotions like depression or I want to run away or this is exciting, all these different things that culminated into a day in January when someone invited me to a prayer service. Now, I don't go to a lot of prayer services that people invite me to because frankly, they don't invite me to a lot of prayer services, but this was different. I felt compelled by God to go, and so I did. I took my wife, actually. And then I returned several nights, and it was through that experience and kind of a longer story than we have time for that God used that to shape in me what was next for my life. He used that to tell me, you will lead a church one day. That was a calling that He's placed on my life. And for us, we're trying to figure out, is that here and now or somewhere else and later? In the long term, God has used significant adversity to prepare me for a role like this. I've really had 4 jobs in my life, including the college and summer jobs I've had. And in all of those experiences, the leader above me has been incapacitated in some reason. And for whatever reason, I've been invited into leadership. I've been handed a crisis to lead the organization through. And then the leader has come back and I would give back the reins to the leader. And through those moments, God used that to intrinsically shape who I am. And I've learned a ton. Most recently, of course, that happened during what we call now the cancer years, where Donna had cancer and Griff had to step away. I could give you a list of failures. I could tell you all the things I did wrong. And if you were around, you probably could help me with the list. But God walked me through that. He taught me and He prepared me, I believe, for what's next. Now I lead a team of about 100 employees here at Crossroads between our school and our ministry staff. And it's prepared me, I believe, for what's next. When I think about the ideas or the approach that I might have, the vision or the changes we might make at Crossroads if I were the next lead pastor, it begins with knowing Crossroads. And I believe Crossroads is a great church. I wouldn't have moved halfway across the country if I didn't believe that to be true. I wouldn't have stayed if I didn't believe that to be true. But I do believe that what takes place at Crossroads is probably intrinsically shaped by who I am and the principles I live by. And while I don't know that I should go through all of those, I'll tell you the things that I believe will shape what's next. I'm committed to reaching people for Jesus, whether that's through multi-site or door-to-door evangelism. Whatever the most effective strategy is, I'm committed to that. I'm committed to building disciples, to building people of faith. Really, we call that kind of becoming fully devoted followers. I'm committed to that. And I'm committed to the holistic engagement of the person. Not just their spiritual life, but their mind, their body, their emotions, every bit of who they are. Because faith isn't just an academic exercise, it's a holistic view of who we're becoming. So when I think about the role, I think about what excites me about the role and the possibilities. The 2 things that excite me most are the team and the opportunity here in West Texas. The team is fantastic. Griff has given me great latitude to be a part of hiring the team. I'm not sure there's another place in the country with more opportunity that has fields wider for harvest, as Jesus might say. It's a tremendous opportunity in many different parts of the Permian Basin. And I love the opportunity to serve these people. And that's where I'll leave you. My wife and I, we were called a long time ago to serve the local church. And through the years, God's built in us a missionary mindset. And when I say that, what I mean is that we don't have a desire to climb a corporate ladder, to climb a church ladder, to move closer to home, to live in a prettier place. None of that matters to us. What matters to us is serving Christ. We don't expect to ever have those conveniences in our life because we expect to serve Christ in obedience. I believe that God's going to lead this team, this search team, to what's next for our church, and that's very exciting for me. I believe that God will lead our family to what's next, and that's exciting for me. Since I found out Griff was retiring and there would be a search team, I've been praying for you. When I found out your names, I were praying for you by name. I'm looking forward to what's ahead because I truly believe that the best is yet to come.